The Sonic Racing Crossworlds Beta may have ended, but there is still so much to talk about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So right off the bat, the big thing that everyone's been saying about this is that it has a very big arcade feel when it comes to the aesthetic and the playstyle. Best thing I can relate this to is, of course, the Mario Kart arcade that you would play in arcade, where you have a lot of the boost meter that would show up whenever you would do a drift. You have like the pop-up display for whenever you got hit by someone or you hit somebody. I love the aesthetic a lot and how Mario Kart Arcade does it in a way, and I kind of see how it is like somewhat relating to it with this game in particular as well. I will say, when you build up speed, it feels very impactful and a lot more engaging from either doing the drift, the air tricks in the air, or even whenever you get the frenzy on the second lap. It keeps you really engaged whenever you're getting more speed throughout the race. Air tricks were pretty interesting to do when throughout the race, because I'd say it's fun to just see how much the car will spin throughout, like how much more of a degree you can get the car to spin. I would say though, it's it pretty much has become slightly useless though when you don't have the special perk for it, which is the speedy air trick perk, which I will go into later once I wrap up talking about the air tricks, because with that perk, it allows you to just do the air tricks much faster, because when you do it without it, it's very slow, and I think a lot more people were using that throughout the perk system. With that in mind, I was honestly liking the perk system a lot, because I think that's a bit more of a better way to get certain abilities better utilized outside of just like having like a specific card for certain stats, because I like the ones with the one that helps build up the further boost more. I love the one that gives you 200 rings for that one. I'm not sure how I felt about that one, because I think I wasn't going as fast with it. And I do, of course, like the ones where you get a slight boost or rings just by bumping into someone. I'd say those were very useful as well. Oh, and I also just remember there was even the item ones as well, for getting attack item, the speed item, a hazard item, and was there an... Yeah, those were all four, if I recall. Oh, and a defense item as well. And oh man, I love having the speed ones a lot more just for like getting back into it, especially for when I needed the drills. Block. No. I lost a drill? With items in mind, I'd say that is one thing a lot of people are saying needs to be adjusted, is the balancing for certain items, because with how many items you have in this, it felt as though everyone had the chance to get hit by an item. Everyone will get hit. It didn't even matter if you were in last place. You were somehow getting hit. I remember I'd just be thrown with like slime, or even I don't even know what I was getting hit with, but I was just suffering in 12th, just getting hit by everything. I do not think you should be suffering even more when you're already in last. I think the ones I would want to be balanced a bit are possibly the slime one, just for how you have to like clean it. I think it's just fine if you just have it like go away after a few seconds, similar to how you have it in Mario Kart. I don't think you have to like you should spin it at all, because I feel like that will mess up how you're like driving. I don't think you have to go that deep with the slime. And then also I'd say the tornado. I think the tornado does need an adjustment, because oh my gosh, when you're like piled up with everybody in one area, that can be so destructive. As for the tracks, I loved a lot of them. I think the ones that really got me loving them a lot were, of course, the Metal Harbor and the 2-Point Museum one, because I was just surprised on how the 2.1 is designed, because I love how that one is structured, with how the dinosaur will not move, and then when you get to the final lap, it starts to really move. Metal Harbor, I just love for a lot of the nostalgia, because I just have not heard that music in so long, and I'm glad they are utilizing some tracks from Adventure 2, because I think when it comes to for a lot of the other racing games, you'll just mainly see areas from Colors and I think Heroes, because I barely even see like any of them from like outside of just Heroes and just Colors, because I think those are like the main ones I'll ever see for a racing game. I could be wrong. I might be wrong just for how much I played for a certain one, but I know I'm just so used to just seeing those specific areas for when it comes to for a lot of the modern Sonic Racing. Now let's go into the whole second lap, which is the big change, of course, for the race, and I say the bigger gimmick, which is just changing tracks as you get to the second race. So I love how it is executed with how you are able to just go to a different track each time depending on who is first, so they can pick the track, so they can either choose one that's already been chosen or one that's going to be randomly picked. I love that concept a lot, especially for who's in first, because they get to determine the pathway, especially if there's one where it has a frenzy, and it can just go either way with a lot of the frenzy ones, because you could just build boosts like crazy when you get through the boosts for the frenzy ones, because I love that concept a lot. The best ones that struck out to me for that lap 2 aspect are definitely the secret rings areas, which are the dinosaur area and the Kraken one. Those I'd say are like the best ones just for how quality of life they are, with how engaging a lot of the gimmicks are with both the dinosaurs as well as the Kraken. I'd say with the big enemy bosses, when you have something like that in a racetrack, it's kind of like how you would have the big Bowsers. It's so much more enjoyable, and it just feels so intimidating when you're just trying to maneuver through. The sky track to me kind of felt the weakest, just for how it slightly starts, because you'll start in the air, which I do think it is sick, because I do love the flying aspect, but then it just kind of goes in a weirdly designed way with how the track is structured, because first you'll just go into like a left and right turn, you'll just have like a lot of in between turns, and then you also have shortcuts as well. I do love the shortcuts on it. It's just I think they do need to add railings for when you take the second shortcut, because you fall off so easily when you do that shortcut. Because I've done it a bunch of times doing that shortcut, and even when I'm like just being precise, because I was trying to brake as well to just be chill when I was doing it, and even still I was falling off no matter what. Not sure if it will be possible, but I definitely want to see for any future tracks they'll do, for not just to have 2 different pathways you could choose, but I'm curious how many ones they'll like throw in, because I want to see tracks that have at least maybe 3 routes you could choose for the second lap, or even 4. I want to see how they can design something like that, and just see how crazy you can go with like all the different goal rings for that matter. I don't really have much to say for some of the customization, because I was fine. I enjoyed some of the customization. It wasn't like as big. I felt it was, yeah, it's alright, because I just see like a lot of the other cards, and I'll just pick the card that's like specified to a certain character and just mess around a little bit with it, because I'm not much when it comes to the customization for certain cars, but I still think it's fun for people to customize their vehicles at some point, especially since I do know they have the custom logo they have on there that they brought back from Team Sonic Racing, as well as the different prints you can do. So I know people are going to have a lot more fun with that for designing cars. I'd say they should add, though, a way to share your customizations with other people. Just do a code that is just generated, so that way someone could utilize that on their end as well, instead of just like trying to remake it piece by piece from a video. I think that would be good to have. Overall, it's the most fun I've had with a Sonic Racer in a long time, and I definitely think a lot more people are going to have more fun with it once they get their hands on it and they do a bit more testing, because I definitely get the feeling that we're going to see more testing soon, because the big thing everyone was shocked to see, of course, in the first trailer was the extreme gear. So I have the feeling we could see extreme gear in the future just as a test, because I know they want to see how people feel with the extreme gear and how it's going to play. I might make a video on how it could play, because I think they might just simplify it in a way where it is like, kind of like how it is in Free Riders as a boost. And I'll probably dive more into that if anyone is curious about that. Let me know how you think the extreme gear will play out. Let me know how y'all felt with the beta and what y'all want to see changed, and when do you think we'll get another shot to play the game. So that's my thoughts for this game. Hope y'all enjoyed the beta as much as I did, and I can't wait to see more with this game as we get closer to its release. So if you enjoyed my thoughts on this, be sure to like and subscribe, and I shall see y'all soon. Have a good day, everybody.